Hello everybody, my name is Cool Blue and I'm bringing you guys viewer replay cast number 7. Not number 6, but number 7, that's right. I'm 3 away from number 10 and I'll be so happy when I get to number 10 because that'll be my second double digit series and it'll be so awesome. But anyway, we gotta switch to overlay. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna be starting to this game. We're gonna be seeing who wins this game. Now, like I said before, or like I always do, this is a viewer replay cast, so it's obviously sent by somebody who watches my YouTube channel, I assume, or just somebody who sent me whoever sent me the match ID. I will not tell you guys who sent it to me because the general assumption is whoever sent the video is probably on the team that won, so that'll be spoilers for you guys, so you guys will know, 1, how long it lasts, or 2, who sent it. But I know those things, so I know what's probably going to happen. But I'm going to try my hardest to not spoil anything because I know that the winner's usually on the sender side. Anyways, all that aside, few facts to bring up with you guys. 1, honey is really good for your throat. But 2, if you're on the Atkins diet, which I am retroactively on, it is not good for you. Just an explanation on what I mean by the Atkins, retroactively on. My parents decided to go for the Atkins diet, so they're eating a lot of protein. They're reducing their carb intake, and because I live here, I am, as a result, also on the Atkins diet, which I think is pretty awesome. Because then I started going to the gym again. I'm getting a little bit more fit than I was before, and I don't know, I'm feeling better about myself. You know, Atkins diet is cool, but honey is a no-no. Natural sweeteners are, well, not natural sweeteners. I think, yeah, I think natural sweeteners are pretty much a no-no. Splenda is really good for Atkins diet. Also, another really good one is Equal. Equal is really good for Atkins diet. As far as sweets go, as far as everything else go, you can eat yourself 20 steaks on the Atkins diet, and you'll be within the limits of the diet, which is actually absolutely marvelous because I love steak. I can't tell you how I like my steak cooked, but I do like steak. But anyway, well, we're going to get, at any rate, aside from me talking about how fat you guys probably think I am, which I'm not, no offense to fat people, but I'm jumping straight into this game. No team is fully picked, so I'm not going to introduce anybody, so I'm going to continue to stall for as long as I can. What is on my desk? Because you guys always ask me that question, I know, right? What is on my desk right now? There's a receipt from, where is this place? I have in my hand right now a receipt from the Dollar General for $4.08. That is right, guys. $4.08 whole cents. What did I buy, you ask? I don't know. I bought Scooby-Doo fruit snacks because those are really good. I also bought the honey that I told you is very, very unhealthy for you. That's it. So honey costs $3. Dude, jeez, I paid that much. Anyway, honey's expensive, and you guys learned it here. Cool. But anyway, we're moving into this match. The whole entire dark side is picked up, so I'm going to go ahead and do introductions. Starting with this Pudge. On this Pudge, we have a name that I cannot pronounce in some language that I'm going to attempt to predict what it was. So I'm going to go butcher a name elsewhere. On this Jakiro, we have Pikachu, not Pikachu, but Pikachu on that Jakiro. Moving over to the Queen of Pain, we have Lolzers. We have LOL Z3's RZ. Let me just go ahead and say that on that Queen of Pain. Moving on to the Tinker, we have Mercury or Mercy on that Tinker, and last but not least, we have Satini and Bulbasaur. I'm pretty sure Satini is probably a Pokemon, so I don't know why it took me so long to pronounce that one. Moving on to the other side, as far as the Radiance goes, we have CM.Sherlock on that Tidehunter. He's going to go ahead and ward up. I think he's playing at solo top. I don't really know. Meanwhile, we have, or he's probably playing at support. Maybe they're doing tri-lane. I don't know. We have Mute Math on that Magnus. We have Xanax on that Draw Ranger. We have El Pistorio, or El Pistoro on that Witch Doctor. And moving on to the top lane, we have AeoN.mamamiya. AeoN.mamamiya on that Windrunner. And last but not least, we have, oh, okay, I already introduced him. Never mind. And once again, we have CM.Sherlock on that Tidehunter. And that was a smooth transition, I know. As far as how the lanes are matching up, actually, let me go ahead and bring up this last into the knives. As far as the lane, hold on, I had some action on top. No, it's only level 1 engagement, so it's not really going to be much damage. I don't think there's anything like it can do to follow up. But anyway, as far as the lane matchup goes, we have a Windrunner Tidehunter top versus a Jakiro Lycan. It's actually a pretty strange lane as far as the Lycan goes, but then again, where else are you going to really put him? You could put him in the jungle and put Tinker solo top, and then put Queen of Pain solo top so they can just push out the lanes, but it looks like Tinker's going to do some marching machines in the jungle. Never mind. I'm going to take it back. Moving on to the mid lane, we have a Magnus versus Pudge, the classic matchup. Magnus can skewer away, Pudge can hook him in, or possibly Pudge can try to run away, and Magnus can just skewer and get the kill anyway. So it's a classic matchup. Well, I like to see that one. Moving on down to the bottom lane, we have a Drum Ranger Witch Doctor versus a solo Queen of Pain. Because, oh my god, First Blood did go down top. Jakiro did go down. I'm so sorry I missed that. I was not paying attention to the HP bars. Meanwhile, Lycan's taking a lot of damage. His wolves are doing quite a bit of damage to Windrunner in return, though. Her Windrunner is off cooldown in about 4 seconds, but Lycan needs to go ahead and heal up. He activates that salve so he can heal on up. As far as what level this game is, I think it's like probably average level game. And by average, I mean like 20, 27, 26 or 30 maybe. So we should probably not see that many weird things going in this game. We see Tidehunter trying to chase Jakiro. Beautiful shackle by Windrunner. It latches on top of the tree. Jakiro's in a lot of trouble, but no, he's going to turn around and throw an ice path. Tidehunter gets caught in the bare end of it. He activates that anchor smash, and he's able to make Lycan do less damage. That's 40% damage reduction, which is actually pretty ridiculous. But Lycan's going to come around the corner and do some body block with the wolves. Is almost able to get it, but no, he didn't trust his micro skills just enough, and Tidehunter's able to get away alive. Meanwhile, the Tinker is in the jungle. He's only level 2, but he is farming with his marching machines, which you definitely can do. It looks like he has... Whoa, what are these? These belong to him? I don't really know who these belong to, but they are not attacking anybody, so that's kind of weird. But anyway, Jakiro throws an ice path over the corner. He knows Tidehunter's hiding over there. I think Tidehunter might have had a salve on him, or a clarity on top of him, but if he did, it did go away. As far as what's going on around the map, not really much of anything. Magnus picked up a double damage, he just ran out. Pudge is going to go for the hook, and he's going to try to go for the kill on top of Magnus. Magnus does not have enough mana for skewer. He's trying to get enough mana. He has enough mana for skewer. He's able to get away, and Pudge taking a little bit of damage from the aggro from the creep, so that was a pretty close engagement. I honestly thought Magnus was going to be going down, but the bottle charge is definitely still going through when you're rided up. I did not know that, but Magnus is going to go ahead and pop that bottle. And oh my gosh, hey guys, this is a perfect point that I was talking about earlier. This is why you don't go for bottle first. Bottle first is a very big investment on your part. One, it's implying that you're going to spend a lot of time. You're going to be spending a lot of time going for your runes. And two, once you're out of bottle charges, you have 0 regen at all. So Magnus now has 0 regen, 0 stats, as opposed to if you look at Pudge probably went for those double gauntlets first, plus some tangos. So he has some kind of regen, he has some kind of stats for his strength. So he was able to get some regen, and he's also able to technically get some more regen from the strength. Meanwhile, Magnus just went straight for the bottle alone, and Pudge probably had his bottle brought out to him. Excuse me, so... oh gosh, excuse me, hold on. Need to take a sip of water. Alright, I think my voice is all back together. I don't know what that was. I think I'll spit. But anyway, like I was saying before, because Magnus went for that bottle first, he's going to be forced to spend a lot of time going between lane and rune spots to try to pick up a rune. Meanwhile, we engage on top. Jakiro does go down to a power shot from Windrunner. I was just barely able to catch the kill on that one. But I gotta finish my statement because this is an important statement to make, guys. The reason why you don't go bottle first is because it's risky. One, Pudge can just do a whole bunch of harassment on top of Magnus, and Magnus will be out of bottle charges. And then once Magnus is out of bottle charges, he's pretty much dead. As opposed, like, he doesn't have any extra stats to give him more HP. He doesn't have much of anything else really to help him stay in his lane. So Magnus doesn't really have much staying power unless he continuously goes for those runes, which he has been pretty lucky. The rune has been okay. He does have an observer ward up here, so he can check that out whenever he needs to. And Tinker goes down to a neutral. Trying to farm 2 camps at once. You need to stack more if you're going to be doing that, because stacking is a better use of your time. But even with that said, I think I've only seen, oh guys, we got Jakiro, beautiful ice pass on top of Jove. Jove's in a little bit of trouble. Witch Doctor's going to try to do what he can to keep his teammate alive. He could throw out the mallet, but no, he's going to sacrifice his life so his carry can stay alive. Very worthwhile sacrifice. Technically speaking, the life of the support is not worth as much as the carry, especially not when the carry is Joe Ranger, because the longer she's alive, the more damage everybody else does. Well, sorry, once she hits level 6, that is. So the longer she's alive, the more damage everybody does, and she has the ugly hair. I do not like this hair. I prefer to see Dro with long hair. But Lycan's taking a lot of damage. He does go down to a last hit on top of the Windrunner, and I'm missing all of these kills. I am never in the lane where action is happening. That seems to be the case. I need to look at my mini-map a little bit more. But yeah, I'm going to continue my argument on bottles, because it takes me 10 minutes to finish the argument anyway. Oh god, hold on, we got a little bit of engagement coming around the corner. Pudge is trying to line up a hook, but I think Magnus knows he's over here. The rune, or the ward, observer ward probably spotted him walk up there. But no. Okay, he's gonna go ahead and keep walking. Meanwhile, Queen of Pain's thinking a little bit. Nope. Okay. Queen of Pain was low, but she went back home. Jakiro did rotate down bottom. Who rotated top is a big question. Nobody rotated top. Lycan is going to go ahead and jungle. Tinker's going to stay in the lane by the looks of it.
Boy, fresh
and Pudge gets the ulti on top of Magus. Magus in a little bit of trouble. He does have a reverse polarity up, so he can't use it if he needs to. He gets hit by the Pudge, and oh my gosh, he goes down. And there's a Queen of Pain throwing out a laugh. I'm not sure for what, but she threw out a laugh. But anyway, Bottle. Okay, so basically you see right there. So if Magus had maybe a little bit more XP, he probably could have survived. Because I think he died to rot when he stayed there. But going for that bottle first basically means that he has no real true means of escaping. He has no extra stats. He has no regen except for that bottle. And yes, it is 7 minutes into the game. But like I said last time, if you guys were watching that last video replay, hold on, we got an ulti coming from Pudge. Pudge was ulting the Magnus by the looks of it, but he goes down. Finally, Magnus able to get something working in his favor. Meanwhile, we got a Gabe's going down by Witch Doctor is about to go down. He does get the Maledict off on top of the Queen of Pain, but he didn't. There was not enough damage able to be thrown on top of her to make it really count. But anyway, bottle first, no regen, no extra stats. He could have survived if he had maybe had 2 more or 3 branches. I'm just saying, 3 branches and a tango, and then build the bottle later is probably a better build.
Middle tower is under attack.
This coming from a guy who doesn't play mid often, right? But anyway, it's something that I heard. It made a lot of sense. I liked it, so I'm gonna keep preaching that. I'm gonna keep preaching that word, man. 3 branches and a tango is the way to go.
Bottom is missing.
And if you're really froggy, just go ahead and build yourself 1 tango and 0 branches, and just don't die. But anyway, Pudge is trying to fish for hooks. He has the observer ward up here, so they know where Magnus is going. They're trying to see if they can catch him. Ice Path thrown by Jakiro, not able to hit. Oh my gosh, hook just barely missing Magnus. Pudge would have been happy without a landed, but that was a pro dodge by that Magnus. So Magnus is able to get out of there alive. Moving over to Tinker. Tinker's going to go ahead and start farming with the Ancients, because that's what Tinker can do. That Marksman Machine doing so much damage to Ancients. It's not even funny. Meanwhile, Queen of Pain is going to blink around the corner for I don't really know what reason. And I need to take a look at the items. Pudge got himself a haste room. That's not really good. So Pudge with the haste room is really dangerous because Pudge can just haste himself, run up to you, activate his ulti, and then throw out a hook and get the kill. So he sees a Witch Doctor. He could potentially go in and kill the Witch Doctor before Witch Doctor's able to throw out a casket. But no, Witch Doctor's going to play far back a little bit. Magnus is also back here for support, just in case he needs to go up there and save his partner. Meanwhile, we got a little bit of engagement going on top. We got Windrunner and Tidehunter going in the jungle, see if they can find anybody. They will find himself a Lycan. Lycan's in a lot of trouble. Tidehunter does not have his ulti, but he gets shackled. But Lycan gets shackled to a tree, and he goes down to the to the auto attack from Windrunner. So much damage being done in such a short amount of time. And now Jakiro's in a lot of trouble. He has Ice Path in another second. He's going to turn around and throw it soon. Come on, throw your Ice Path, throw your Ice Path. No, he gets shackled to a tree instead. Oh my gosh, he goes down. Meanwhile, Pudge gets a kill on top of somebody. Pudge gets a kill on top of that Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor goes down mid. Basically, he hasted up. He ran up, ulted, and then threw out his hook. Pudge's going to see if he can get a revenge kill on top of Windrunner. Windrunner's in trouble. Oh no, he didn't. Never mind. Pudge did not ulti. He did not have to. He just rotted him to death. Tidehunter is caught in the side. He's out of mana for ulti, and Pudge's going to kill him in the corner. And there goes Tidehunter. Meanwhile, Pudge might lose his life if there's somebody from the Radiant coming up here in time. But no, Pudge's going to be TPing out in the meantime. He gets a triple kill. He gets out with his life. Meanwhile, Witch Doctor is relatively low level compared to everybody else. But he's a support, so that's to be expected. But take a look at the hero level. Tinker and Witch Doctor hanging out the bottom. Joro finally has her ulti, so everybody's getting that extra 12% damage. And here's Witch Doctor. He finally has himself another urn. What's it called? Soul Ring and Magus. Oh my gosh, beautiful reverse polarity. Keep that Lycan down. Keep that Lycan down so Lycan can't run away. Maledict should be able to finish him off. I think there's 2 more ticks. No, 1 more tick. Oh my gosh, not enough damage. Just barely not enough damage. Lycan activates that Sal so he can run away. Oh, another thing about Sal. Oh guys, we got a DC coming from Jakiro. That's not good at all. Hopefully they do pause so he can reconnect, and that can explain my theory on Sal's, because I have a bunch of theories, but I don't have a bunch of videos to back it up. But the more I cast, the more videos I will find to back it up. Like you saw, Magus was struggling earlier versus the Pudge. And here's Windrunner coming around the corner. Pudge will have the ulti. She does have a mechanism. He cancels his ulti. He's going to go ahead and run because he knows he's in trouble. He does not get shotgun. And there's a pause coming from Lycan. They want to wait for their Jakiro because they need Jakiro in this fight especially. Jakiro could potentially help Pudge stay alive. I think Pudge will be able to make it out alive. There's no reverse polarity. There's only a skewer up on Magus, and there's no blink dagger just yet. He is rushing for that blink dagger by the looks of it. He has 1,500 gold, so he'll have it up probably at about a 15-minute mark. especially by the way things are going. Maybe the 20-minute mark. I'm not really sure. Meanwhile, Witch Doctor has his ulti finally. Everybody's level 6. Everybody has their ulti, level 2 ulti up on Pudge, so his ulti will be doing more damage per second. Jeez, really? 125? No wonder why he died so fast. So not only are you getting rotted, but you're also taking 125 damage per second. And it lasts for 3 seconds. That's actually not that much. But it lasts for 6 seconds on creeps. That's a lot of damage on creeps. Anyway, we got a reconnect coming from Jakiro, so they will be resuming. They will be continuing, and I will take this moment to breathe. Oh, wait, hold on. I can't breathe just yet. We got TP coming in from Jakiro. He's coming up to support his Pudge top. Pudge is going to throw a hook. He misses everybody. But if he would have landed that, that would have been pretty sick. Meanwhile, Lycan's coming. Well, Lycan. Never mind. I was about to say Lycan has. Yeah, Lycan does have his wolves come around the corner. They are level 4. So they're running around scouting out everything. Pudge is still looking for somebody. He sees a Windrunner. Will he be able to get the hook? I do not think so. TP going down bottom from Pudge. Pudge wants to help his team push back this push, or potentially just gank, straight out gank this Draw Ranger, because if you leave Draw Ranger alive too long, or if you leave Draw Ranger alone for too long, she will come back and destroy you. So why I've learned myself. But no, he's proving wrong. He just goes to mid. Casually walking mid. His illusions are scouting out everything. Magnus is probably going to see his illusion, Pudge up top. Knows the illusion instantly, and then run back away. There's a hook thrown off for Pudge, fish and see who he can catch, but he doesn't catch anything just yet. One of these days, that hook will land, and then people will be dying. As far as useful things to say, healing salves. I saw Lycan earlier had a healing salve on his persons. I know I do preach a lot about healing salve. 40 minutes to the game is a terrible idea, but Lycan does have some reach, or Lycan did have some that ring of regen on his persons. He is building that Vlad's, so he basically had that healing salve just in case he was in a situation like he was. He was trying to run away. He was taking a lot of damage, and he just activated the healing salve, makes sure he can get away. But anyway, all that aside, Windrunner throws out a beautiful shackle on top of the Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain goes down, Pudge is invis. He's going to go straight for the Draw Ranger. The shackle shot on top of Windrunner is not up, and so he's going to go ahead and turn around and kill the Draw Ranger. Go for the draw, go for the draw. He's waiting for Jakiro throws. There we go. He's waiting for that shackle. And now he gets the Draw Ranger. Draw Ranger is stuck inside the macro pyre as well. Now Windrunner is going to be going down. Very well played on both of the parts. Very well organized. And now Tidehunter is going to try to come around the corner. He does his ulti up. Can he capture? He will be able to capture. Beautiful reverse play to come from Magnus. And the follow-up ulti from Tidehunter. There is the Anchor Smash to do a little bit more damage. The kill does go to Magnus. So Magnus will be that much closer to his... Oh, he looks like he's... No, he's battle crowing. Yeah, Magnus is battle crowing. He almost has his what's it called, Blink Dagger, and now Pudge is chasing up Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor's in a lot of trouble. There's Witch Doctor getting slowed up by the Queen of Pain, letting the Pudge line it up just that much more, or that much easier. And Tidehunter's also around the corner, see if he can do any damage, but they know that he's over there. I don't know how, but just their gamer sense was tingling, saying, "Hey guys, we shouldn't be here." Meanwhile, Lycan's getting, oh my gosh, so much damage coming from Draw Ranger on Lycan. Lycan trying to run away. He can't go into ulti form. No, he cannot. Now he just ran out of mana. But he could have went into ulti form and tried to run away. He does have Blides though, so he's probably going to be doing Roshan relatively soon. TP coming top, TP coming mid. TP canceled top, but the TP mid from Jakiro did go successfully. He's going to see what he can do to push back this wave. He does not want this push into his tower. Meanwhile, Pudge picks himself up in the illusion room. He's going to rotate back mid. Probably send those illusions to scout. And there's also an observer ward placed in the jungle over here, so Lycan will be a little bit trophy chance to come out here. Boots of travel up on Tinker. Wow, it's relatively fast. Especially considering how his jungle was going. I did not think his jungle was going all that well. But 15 minutes boost of travel, probably better than what would have done. Moving on to the gold graph. If you look at the gold graph, you see the gold graph is in favor of the Dire, mainly because, well, yeah, why is it in favor of the Dire? It's in favor of the Dire. I'm going to guess and say because of the last hits. It's obviously not kills, it's obviously not towers, because no tower has gone down yet. Potentially, it's because of their farm. Let me go and take a look at the last hit to see if that's true. Last hit to denies. Yes, the Dire are almost all at the top. Windrunner's the only one at the top of that, mainly because she's been chilling out. I think she's been chilling out top. Oh, she's been chilling out somewhere. Where are you, Windrunner? There we go. Windrunner's basically moving from lane to lane. She does have the mechanism up on her. And let me go ahead and take a look at the items while I'm thinking about it. Blink Dagger up on Magnus, so Magnus will be able to initiate that big team fight when he needs to. Double Wraith Bane up on Draw Ranger. A relatively standard build. I've seen that build so many times. Basically double Wraith Bane, one Ring of Aquila. Ulti from Magus, very beautiful ulti, very beautiful blink. He pulls the Jakiro back towards him, and Pudge is stunned up. Pudge got stunned up by the Room Runner, and there's Pudge pulling the Tidehunter away from the fight. He kills the Tidehunter by himself, and he's going to continue running. He is silenced up by the Joe Ranger, but it's not enough. Tinker's going to be spamming those rockets. See what he can get a kill. He can get a kill on this Joe. No, oh my gosh, Joe Ranger doing so much damage. Magus comes on the corner, makes sure, and Queen of Pain gets a scream on top of the Tidehunter by the looks of it. No, she gets a scream. She throws a scream out. I don't think she killed anybody. I think she was trying to kill the Wind Runner. Meanwhile, Witch Doctor's going to come around the corner. He does have his ulti up. He can't use it if he needs to, but he's not going to. He gets hooked by the Pudge, and Pudge is going to kill him pretty handily. And now Pudge is running for his life. Magus is trying to chase him. Magus's Blink Dagger won't come off cooldown mainly because he keeps getting hit with that Shadow Strike.
Interference.
And now he's finally able to run away. So there's Magus running away. Meanwhile, Tinker did buy back, so he can go ahead and push his top lane back. Tinker can do that. Tinker can buy back and just farm all the lanes and get his gold back almost instantly. The question is, will he be getting caught out? Meanwhile, Jakiro teleports mid. I don't know. I think he might be trying to ward. I don't really know. He does have one ward in his inventory. Maybe he's just looking for a little bit of farm. Pudge throws down a ward for the Dire. He picks himself up a regen rune, so he's happy. And there's a TP coming down bot on Tidehunter. Tidehunter's just coming down here to farm, puts the lane back. Meanwhile, like right now, it's not really much going around the map, so I'm just gonna stare at Lycan. Lycan could be going for Roshan if he really wants to. He can smoke up and run in there. He can smoke up and go get Roshan. Meanwhile, Tinker's trying to push his tower. There's so many TPs coming in from these guys. They do not want Tinker to push this down. So Tinker's gonna go ahead and boost the travel himself out. And Magus will probably throw a skewer. No, he just goes for auto attack. He doesn't want to waste a skewer on top of Tinker. They could have potentially got the kill if they would have did that, and they would have had a follow-up stun, which they do. Yeah, they do with the Witch Doctor. Now there's a TP coming down bot for Tinker. Tinker's just so annoying to face. He can push every single lane. It's so ridiculous. March Machine's so overpowered, guys. And it's even worse when Tinker builds himself a Blink Dagger, because you can basically march, or TP and blink over, and then march, and TP, blink over, and march again. Or sorry, blink over and then march again. So you can basically make yourself hard to kill. Pudge throws out a hook. He's trying to fish. He doesn't catch anything. Tidehunter, that's what his ulti. So these guys really want to fight this. This ulti from Tidehunter only catching Jakiro. Not good at all. There's a silence on top of Jakiro. Jakiro will be going down. Oh my god, beautiful reverse polarity from Magus. And now Pudge getting pushed back into the fray. He goes down. Tinker comes back. He throws a few rockets. He's going to throw as many as he can. Queen of Pain's ulti is up in a few seconds. So that's when these guys will be fighting. Meanwhile, Lycan's going to continue farming in the jungle. What is he building? I do not know. But I hope it's something very good. I think I'm just gonna assume he's gonna go for the treads. And now these guys are gonna be seizing this tower. This tower will be going down. Joe Ranger doing so much damage. Screaming Pain coming, do a little bit of damage to everybody, but not enough. And there's a March Machine trying to shoot everybody away. The tower goes down to Joe Ranger. Joe doing so much damage. She gets a bonus 60 agility when she's away from everybody. This is quite ridiculous. Meanwhile, Wind Runner goes in, checks the Roshan pit, see if Lycan's in that, or see if Lycan's in there trying to take it under the nose. They notice that they did not see any Lycan at all. As far as what items are going on around them, or what items are being built around the map, nothing really much interesting. I'll blink dagger up on Magus. We saw that earlier. He's also building treads. Dro's building herself a Shadow Blade so she can escape and go in for the kills pretty fast and give her a little bit of bonus damage. What's another thing that's going on? Okay, Magus finally has his treads. Pudge is building himself a Force Staff, which I really like Force Staff on Pudge. I know some people really hate it on Pudge, but it's pretty darn cool. You can basically Force Staff yourself forward, ulti on somebody, and then throw your hook as opposed to hooking them in, potentially missing. And then at the end of the ulti, you're not able to do enough damage to kill him. So, meanwhile, Courier is coming. Magus did see that Courier bring Pudge something, or bring somebody something. Pudge just got himself phase boots, I think. If he's building an urn, he probably should hurry up and finish building that urn so he can go ahead and get that up on him. Moving down the rest of the items, there's a mechanism coming up on Jakiro, Force Staff on Pudge. Already talked about that. Lifesteal, Vladimir's offering up on that Lycan, so Lycan can finally do a little bit of damage. That's another thing. Queen of Pain's building herself an Aghanim Scepter. I'm not really sure what the proper timing is for the Aghanim Scepter, but Aghanim Scepter is pretty darn good on top of Queen of Pain. If the game is going your way, I've seen Queen of Pain's like have a game going decently. They build an Aghanim Scepter and then the teams proceed to lose, but it doesn't really happen on often. Meanwhile, Witch Doctor is around the corner. Tidehunter ulti is up in a few seconds, but no, Witch Doctor goes down pretty darn fast. 17 more seconds for Tide ulti, but he'll be going down before that even comes an issue. There's a zap from, oh my gosh, ulti from Magnus. He gets a kill on top of the Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain goes down to that. Meanwhile, Pudge comes in. He gets shot. Beautiful shackle from the Wind Runner. Shackle's on 2. Jakiro's going to try to do what he can to keep this Magus down. And Pudge's going to try to come on the corner. If he has Force Staff, he will be able to Force Staff forward. He throws out the hook. The hook is dodged. And Tinker TP's out because he wants to get some more mana and then come back in and see what he can do. Observer ward placed around the corner by Pudge. He wants to see who's coming around that jungle. I don't really know who's going to be coming around the jungle, but if they do, they'll probably get hooked in. Magus ulti was used, like I said earlier, as we saw earlier. Also, the mechanism was popped to keep everybody alive. Joe Ranger is coming around the corner. She is invis. She does have that Shadow Blade up, and these guys don't know about it just yet. She could go for that Pudge, but no, Pudge is a little bit too tanky, and plus there's a support behind. There's some support behind him, even though it's not really all that strong of support. Meanwhile, Lycan is going to go ahead and push his top tower. Very good for him. There's a TP coming in from the Joe Ranger. He really needs to get out of here. Joe Ranger does have a Shadow Blade. She can perma-chase him. He will have to pop his ulti if he wants to live. He pops his ulti. He's going to go ahead and stay still. Okay, now he's going to run. He's going to pop his ulti and run away. There's the Howl on top of everybody, so everybody's doing a little bit of extra damage, but it's not really much of anything. Especially considering since they're not really attacking. Windrunner is getting... she does get caught in that ice path. And she also got Shadow Strike, so she's a little bit hurt. I think she's trying to bait out a little bit, let her Dro get in range. Oh wait, never mind, Dro went top. Never mind. And there's Windrunner TPing away. Pudge could have thrown the hook and tried to get it, but it might not have came in time. Meanwhile, Tinker's going to TP down bottom. Lycan's continue to farm that jungle. More free farm on Lycan. I think he's trying to build a Basher. Or sorry, I would hope he's trying to build a Basher. Actually, no. You build something before. I think. You build something else before you build Basher on Lycan. But anyway, there's a Sentry Ward placed down by the Tinker. Sentry Ward placed down by the Queen of Pain. They know that Joe Ranger has that Shadow Blade, so they don't want her to catch up. There's a silence from Joe. Joe Ranger's trying to go in on his Pudge. Queen of Pain came around the corner just to make sure they didn't come. And now that was a big standoff. A Tide Hunter ulti is up. So if a team fight does in fact break out, it will not be good for these guys. This Joe Ranger getting engaged upon. Pudge trying to do as much damage. He gets a kill. Magus has his ulti up as well. There's a Ravage from Tide Hunter. And Magus trying to get a reverse player. He gets reverse player, but Magus takes a lot of damage before that happens. Doesn't matter. He's going to deal it right on back. And Pudge gets a kill on top of the Magus. Very well played on his part. Meanwhile, Tinker's trying to run away. Will he be able to get away? I do not really know. All he can do is keep running. Tide Hunter will be there soon. There's, oh my gosh, beautiful, beautiful ice path from Jakiro. Helping the teammates stay alive, and power shot thrown out by Windrunner. She's in a lot of trouble. Pudge can just turn around the hook. If he can land the hook, they get the kill. Meanwhile, towers go down on both sides, and Hook just barely misses. That was a pretty good engagement. That was about as good as the engagement could have got. Pudge was able to kill the Joe Ranger before she was able to dish out any damage. The reverse prelator was only on 2 people, and Queen of Pain got her ulti off before it happened, so she didn't really care. Meanwhile, what else? Oh, there's a 4-staff finally up on Pudge, so he has his items for that. That was another thing. Oh, Pudge with a beautiful hook, pulling Magus back away from everybody, and then now we got a DC from Magus. He probably will be reconnecting soon. So hopefully we get a pause up for these guys so he will be able to come in. But that Joe Ranger definitely getting caught way out of position. That's one of the drawbacks to building a Shadow Blade. Once you build it, people just build detection. Especially when you get to the higher levels, people just build detection. Wait for you to walk out and scout out everything with air quotes. Feeling safe, and then they just turn around and kill you before you can even get out of the sentry range. So Shadow Blade kind of backfiring, and to be honest, kind of backfiring on her part. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But nonetheless, that team fight, like I said, did go in favor of the Dire. If you look at the goal graph, the goal graph is heavily in favor of the Dire. I'm not really sure why. Once again, I'm baffled as to what the gold is really showing. Lycan is getting free farm in that jungle. Okay, yeah, now I definitely see it. Lycan's getting free farm in that jungle. Tinker is farming all around the map. So between all their last hits, they're destroying everybody else. Joe Ranger only has 63 last hits. She needs much more farm than that. She wants much more farm than that. She's trying to build that helmet of Dominator so she gets that life steal. That's about it. 4-staff forward on Pudge. Pudge goes for the hook. He cooks it. He times it perfectly. 4-staff forward by an ally. So that way Tide Hunter won't be going down. And there's a macro pie thrown out by Jakiro, killing the entire creep wave, decimating the wave in fact. And Joe Ranger's hanging around the corner. Is there any detection? No. There's not, but I think Dire did see Joe Ranger go invisible. They're going to go ahead and back up. Meanwhile, Lycan is running back. He's building himself a BKB. Okay, BKB and then probably Basher, maybe. There's an Observer Ward placed by the Tide Hunter inside the jungle. He would have preferred to put it up here, I'm assuming, but it's pretty dangerous to go up there. It's pretty dangerous to go out there alone, take one of these. Pokemon joke. But no. It's relatively dangerous for him to go that far out. The Sentry Ward placed down by the Queen of Pain, a little bit far, but still a decent spot. If the engagement does happen, Dire will prefer for it to happen in this area, so that way they can have a better advantage, or the high ground advantage at least. But as you can see, the river is separating both sides. These guys are standing on either side of the river. Meanwhile, Tinker's going to continue to push. The longer, oh guys, blinking by Magus. Magus has a skill on top of Pudge. Pudge forces himself forward, so he won't be getting caught out all too bad. And there's this casket thrown out by Witch Doctor. It doesn't bounce on anybody. This ulti Tidehunter throws down the Tidehunter is able to get the kill on top. Windrunner is able to get the last hit on top of that Pudge. And now these guys are running. They see the drone. Oh my gosh, Shackle on top of Jakiro. Jakiro is sad, but Tinker can't really do anything to help his team man up except for throw rockets and potentially try to get a kill. Joranger does have that. No, she doesn't. That she does have gold for that helmet of dominance, so she will buy that pretty soon. Meanwhile, Lycan's going to continue to be in the jungle. Lycan really needs to become more involved in these fights at this moment. His team needs him to be alive. Oh, sorry, his team needs him to deal his damage. Meanwhile, I think Time did see him go over here with that Observer Orb. And Lycan just sends his wolves after him, see if they can go get a kill or see if they can do enough damage. Titan's going to be running for his life. Meanwhile, the mid tower's getting sieged and it goes down. Sentry Ward, Observer Ward up on Tidehunter. Items as far as they go. Boots of Travel and Tinker, like we picked out earlier. Queen of Pain's getting closer to her Ags. How far is she? I think she's a little bit far. Yeah, she's about 800 gold away from that. Perseverance coming up on Magnus, so he is in fact building himself a Battle Fury by the looks of it. Or potentially a Lincoln Sphere. I think Lincoln Sphere on Magnus is pretty cool. But nobody really does it. Everybody builds Battle Furies. Because Battle Furies do stack with his cleave, so he'll get that 50% cleave plus another 35% cleave. Moving on to Windrunner. Windrunner has herself a Force Staff and a Mechanism, so she is playing a support role. She has a Mechanism to keep her team alive. She has that Force Staff to pull people away from Pudge when he's ulting, even though pulling people away does not disrupt the ulti. Meanwhile, we have Joranger going to go ahead and TP top, see if she can get a quick kill on top of this Tinker. She can throw out the silence, but I don't think it will stop his TP. She does one hit. Oh my gosh, 200 and something. That was okay. That was 4 more of those, or sorry, 6 more of those, and Tinker would have been down. Meanwhile, empowers for everybody. Magus throwing empowers on. Well, never mind, just himself. I was about to say empowers for everybody. Cool. Excuse me. These guys are smoked up. They're going to see if they can go catch anybody off guard. They could potentially see a Lycan. If Lycan would just stand here just a little bit longer, these guys will be revealed, but no, he decides to move away. Meanwhile, we got Dire heading around the corner. This smoke will be revealed. Force Staff forward on Pudge. He throws out the hook. He gets skewered in by Magnus, and there's the ulti from Pudge right before Magnus is able to use it. Macropire, beautiful Ice Path. I still think Macropire's bad skill, but anyway, this team fight did not go in the favor of the Radiant at all. That smoke did not work out, and Tidehunter ulti is off cooldown in about 15 seconds. He does get the Kraken Shell, so he's able to dodge that, and he's trying to deny himself. He does deny himself to the neutrals while trying to TP away, so very well played on his part. Meanwhile, Joranger really the only one able to stay alive. Pudge did lose his life, but the Dire were right there with them. Like I said, they need Lycan in these fights, and now Lycan will be taking this Roshan. This is for the taking. The only thing Jor can do is come in and try to take it before he gets it. But even still, I mean, Lycan, this is all Lycan's. He has his team around the corner to make sure that no Joranger, that no Dro shall pass. And he also has his BKB up by the looks of it. Yes, he has his BKB up. And the Courier needs to bring the BKB to Lycan. Okay, now he's getting permabash. There's a Ice Path thrown out by the Jakiro. What's the Courier doing? Courier, come on, give Lycan his item. Yo, Crow, what up? Anyway, so Lycan will be forced to drop down or drop his TP scroll, potentially drop his Clawing Blade before he picks up that Aegis, but he will be able to get the kill on Roshan, I hope. Jeez. There we go. Roshan does go down, and Lycan needs to go home as fast as he can. That permabash, man, that permabash is so it hits so hard. Anyway, Roshan does go down as called. Magus and the crew are going to go ahead and push his top tower back. Meanwhile, Joe's going to kill these ancients because she can, doing a whole bunch of damage. Doing crazy amounts of damage at that. Tinker's going to TP mid, see if he can push back his lane, throw a few marching machines, and then go back home. As far as what else is going on the map, still not really much of anything. Let me take a look at the XP graph. Now, as I always say, the XP graph is not really relevant. The longer the game goes on, the closer and closer this will get to 0. So it's really irrelevant to look at, but it's still a good indicator of where people are at this moment. As you see, the Dire are in the high point of the experience point, mainly because Lycan has been farming continuously this entire game, and that could potentially come back to bite the Radiant in the butt if they let Lycan get too much, or if they let Lycan get too much farm, if they let Lycan get those big items like a blade, if they let him get. Oh, he already has a BKB. If they let him get an A-Blade, if they let him get an AC, then Lycan will be pretty much unstoppable, unkillable. Dro will not be able to do enough damage to kill him fast enough. Especially considering the fact that Joranger's slow does not slow Lycan when he's ultied. So things can go pretty darn bad if these guys don't, or if the rating don't hurry up and go ahead and push. Meanwhile, Joe is trying to is going to be stalking this Tinker. Tinker does have his boots of travel, but I think he knows Joe's here. Yes, now he knows Joe's here. He's in a little bit of trouble. He's going to start TPing away. He sheep sticks. He should have done that before. No, a little bit misclick on his part, but it doesn't matter. He's going to try and go in the corner. He's going to try to. Oh God, he goes down.
Soldier. Bye.
if that combination went the other way around, he would have definitely been able to make it out alive. Queen of Pain does have an Agon stepped up on her persons, and there's also a Chrysalis up on Draw Ranger, so Draw Ranger doing a lot of damage. Also a Mask of Madness, so she can attack that much faster. It does make her more vulnerable, but still, what does it really matter? Windrunner activates that Windrun just to make sure that she doesn't go down. Sentry Ward in mid does take some damage, but did not go down.
Denied.
That's a deny coming from the Queen of Pain. Cool. Let's take a look at the net worth. I'm pretty sure no, Tinker. Okay, Tinker and Windrunner are worth the most on the map. Windrunner has those big items. She's trying to build out that sheep stick. And there's Magnus trying to skewer the Pudge towards him. He does have the reverse polarity up. And there's a hook from Pudge. I'm pretty sure it's not the right one, or the one he wanted. And there's the ulti from Magnus. There's the ulti from Tidehunter to follow up. There's a Shackle on Lycan as well. Lycan activates that BKB. He's going to try going for a kill, but no, it doesn't matter. Joe doing too much damage. She's hitting for how much damage? Jordan's hitting for a ton of damage. There's a hook from Pudge. Make sure that Lycan gets away, and they're going to go ahead and run away while they can. Very good support from Pudge. Jordan can follow all she wants, but she's not going to be able to get a kill today. She's hitting for what is that, 350? That's crazy. That's ridiculous. That's almost 400. She's hitting for almost 400 per attack. And that's without the bonus attack speed of Shadow Blade. That's ridiculous. That's also in power, and power is also helping her out as well. As Pudge trying to throw a hook. If he would have got the hook, I think that might have spelled the doom, or that might have been that could have been an opportunity for the Dire to go ahead and push. Lycan's Aegis was popped in that fight. He did stay alive. Pudge coming back with the hook to save his life. As you guys saw, beautiful, well-placed hook. Pudge can do that. Some Pudges do that. They don't. Not all of them do that. But bottom tower's getting pushed down. Magus is around the corner. Dro's doing a crap ton of damage. Look at that tower going down. It's like the tower didn't even exist. And there's Joe getting hooked. Oh my gosh, she gets stunned up by the Ice Path. There's sentries. 2 sentries placed down. These guys really want this kill. They get her. They get the kill on top of the Draw Ranger, so very well played on their part. And they get 403 gold for their troubles. Meanwhile, we gotta continue engagement. There's a casket bouncing between 2 people. This is a perfect casket. Lycan activates his ulti. Where are you, Lycan? Where are you, Lycan? Lycan's trying to go in the Magus. Magus is not having his ulti. He's gonna skewer her away. Lycan is still chasing him. Magus is going to try to, oh my gosh, beautiful blink away. Meanwhile, we got engagement going down bottom. Windrunner goes down to the rockets from Tinker, and Tidehunter is going to go ahead and run away while he can. Lycan's still chasing that Magnus. I don't think he'll be able to get the kill. His ulti ends a little bit too soon. All he can do is activate BKB and try to get it, but that's not really all that cost efficient. Meanwhile, like really the only person to die in that engagement was Windrunner. I think it was a buyback as well. There was a buyback on somebody. Yeah, Draw Ranger wanted to buy back. She did not like how things went. She calls foul. She wants to farm more. Speaking of farm, I think she's going straight for that Daedalus, so she's playing that Glass Cannonball. Meanwhile, Tinker's in a little bit of trouble. Tinker needs a blink. Tinker does have a blink dagger. I was about to say Tinker needs a blink dagger, but he does have one. He feels trouble. His gamer senses are tingling. He's going to go ahead and run away while he can. And there's one shot thrown out by a Draw Ranger. It did hit Tinker. Whoa, 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 whoa. Where'd Tinker go? It did hit Tinker, and look how much damage it did from one auto attack from Draw Ranger. So 2 more of those, and he would have been dead. That is pretty ridiculous. Actually, no, Shadow Blade. Shadow Blade helped out too. So 3 more of those, and he would have been dead. Let's just see how much. 490? Only 490? I'm not impressed. Actually, I'm quite impressed. We got Pudge just barely missing that hook. He did force that forward to try to get that. Magnus does have his reverse polarity up. He also has a forward blink dagger. There's also a blink dagger up on Tinker, which is a big thing to note. So Tinker can shift Q in, or just blink away before he TP, so that way he'll be safe. Meanwhile, we got the entire Dire side hanging out around here. Are they going for a smoke gank? It's a big question. I do not see any smoke on their persons, or any of their persons, so no. The answer to that is no. Meanwhile, Tinker's pushing down his bottom tower. The split pushing power of the Dire is pretty darn hefty between the Tinker and the Lycan. You don't want these guys to push any towers. Lycan can activate that Howl and give everybody bonus damage. Tinker can just activate whatever he uses, and then he'll just push the entire wave. He activates marching machines and get the kill on all the creeps in the lane with just like 2 waves. That said, Draw Ranger technically does have some really good pushing power of her own. Basically, her ulti her precision aura giving everybody bonus damage based on her agility. So whenever nobody's really around Draw Ranger, that's how much agility, or how much damage is that? That is 150. They get 26% of it. So that's 25 plus some other damage. And Howl gives you how much damage? Howl gives you a bonus 50 damage. So she pretty much has almost half a Howl, a little bit over half a Howl. That's activated. That's active on everybody all the time. Lycan on the other hand, he has to activate the ability in order for that to go, and only lasts 12 seconds. So the pushing ability of the Radiant is still pretty high. But the question is, who's gonna get caught off first? I'm pretty sure this game is gonna be coming down to who wins the team fights. At the moment, I think Lycan's gonna be the carry for the Dire side. Queen of Pain can still play a semi-carry role, but I don't think she can really carry a team. Pudge is really biding their time, letting Lycan get all the farm that he wants. Lycan's continuously farming this jungle. He's making sure that he gets all his items. He has, what do you have? He has a Basher in. He has a Basher in the courier. He's had to have the crow bring it out to him. Meanwhile, Pudge rots up and kills everything in the wave, and there goes Basher for Lycan. So Lycan now has Basher. Roshan is not back up. It will be back up in about another 3 minutes. But Lycan's just going to go ahead and check like can. Send the wolves both different directions. Tinker's going to continue pushing his lane. And the net worth, as you see, the net worth on everybody. The net worth on Tinker and the net worth on Lycan is ridiculous. But Windrunner is the one getting on the farm on the side of the Dire. Sorry, on the side of Radiant. Which is not really where they want the farm. They want that farm to be on Drow Ranger, which, to be honest, she's not really all that far behind, so it's not that bad. Drow looks like she's building herself a BKB before she finishes that Daedalus, which I highly agree with. There's a lot of disable on the side of Radiant, or on the side of Dire, despite the fact that Pudge's ulti the damage does not go through BKB, but the stun, or the disable from Pudge does go through BKB, so he can still ulti her so that she won't be doing any damage, and she'll be in a lot of trouble if she gets focused down. Meanwhile, Lycan's Wolf is scouting everything out around the corner. His Pudge coming around the corner. There's a hook from Pudge. Beautiful. His own Drow Ranger. Sentry dropped. Drow Ranger is getting ulti. She gets turned into a piggy. There's Magus coming around the corner. Beautiful save by Magus. He saves his carry. Queen of Pain is going to go ahead and throw out her dagger. Ravage from Tidehunter hitting everybody. And there's everybody going to shoot. Lycan activates his ulti, but to no anvil. So that was a little bit late on your ulti, Lycan. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. He will be able to get a few last hits, and everybody's going to continue to live. So nobody dies in that engagement. There's still a beautiful hook on the side of on Pudge's side. These guys, the Dire might want to just go ahead and invest in a gem, because between Pudge and Lycan, they're not really dying. No, Pudge is not really dying, so it looks like Witch Doctor's having a few issues. He's going to have to reconnect. That's perfect, because I need to look at these graphs, which I've been neglecting. The gold is in favor of the Dire, as you can see, but it's slowly coming back to zero. The Radiant are slowly getting a grip on things. I think the team fights for the Dire, for the most part, have been working out more in their favor. Every time you saw Radiant try to go in for a big engagement, it has backfired. Except for this last team fight. This last team fight was perfect for them. Or this last fight was perfect for them. It was a perfect disengage. They didn't lose their carry. They didn't lose the tower. They didn't lose their carry. They didn't really lose much of anything except for Tidehunter ulti and Magus ulti, which their ultis don't really have that long of a cooldown now. I think everybody's level 16. Nope. Okay. Was that a cooldown of 110 seconds? And Tidehunter is a cooldown of 150 seconds. Okay, it's still relatively long cooldowns. I'll take that statement back. But by the time the next team fight happens, especially by the way this game's been going, by the time the next team fight happens, their ultis will definitely be up. Unless the Dire decide to go ahead and push this middle tower, which they can. They can really try to push this middle tower all they want, but without the Lycan, or sorry, without no Tinker. Yeah, they can definitely put this middle tower all they want, but it's very dangerous to be this close because Drow Ranger is right around the corner. She does have that Shadow Blade. She is doing a crap ton of damage, and Tinker, and if you don't deal with that Drow Ranger fast enough, she will just destroy your entire team before you know it. Speaking of destroy your entire team, what's I about to say? Never mind. Magus blinks forward. He tries to get the skill on top of Tinker. Tinker blinks away before he can get any damage done to him, and he is all he leaves scotch-free. He has himself a soul ring, so he'll be able to spam that a few times. Pudge throws out a hook. He gets the Drow Ranger. There's a sentry around the corner, but he's not able to move fast enough. Queen of Pain throws out a scream. Nope, she throws a scream for the creep wave. So they're almost able to get Drow Ranger. Once again, so Drow Ranger just barely able to escape. She's going to have to go back to base to heal up because she doesn't really have any regen. Meanwhile, Tinker's going to go ahead and throw himself a March Machine. There's a Howl thrown out by Lycan. So his team can go ahead and push and do a lot of damage. Lycan is scouting out this high ground so he can see what's around the corner. And there's a casket thrown out by Witch Doctor to slow down the creep wave a little bit.
Under attack.
And Magus ulti is back up in another 30 seconds. He blinks in the corner and tries to catch the Pudge. They know he's over there. They had that super ground ward, so I can see all over these trees. There's a pause coming out from Tinker. So a lot of pauses so far. Pudge is having lag, which is not good. Pudge needs a run. He's about to be killed. Was there a casket? There's a casket about to be thrown out by Witch Doctor by the looks of it. Or maybe there's a casket already thrown out. Anyway, and Drill Ranger did one attack. Is that one attack? Did she just break invis? Nope, she did not activate it. You just said Max is coming in. He's going to throw a skewer probably. Typhon threw his gush already on top of Pudge. So Pudge is in a lot of trouble. His team is here to help out. Twin-headed dragon can throw that ice path if he really needs to. He also has a mechanism and he has a smoke up on his person so they can run away. They can get far enough away now. And Queen of Pain's also here to throw out the ulti if she needs to. Tinker can come in at any time. So pretty much if the team fight does break out here, it will be in favor of the Radiant. Oh, sorry, it will be in favor of the Dire momentarily. But if they lose Pudge too fast, then these guys will be going down. They need Pudge to stay alive. And here's the team fight breaking out. Pudge taking so much damage. There's a casket, perfect casket. Lycan did ulti. Ulti on top of Joe. Joe Ranger does go down. Finally, we're going to activate that mechanism, but not fast enough. Witch Doctor activated his ulti, doing a lot of damage to everybody. Twin-headed dragon did throw out the macro power, doing a lot of damage. Witch Doctor does go down. Does anybody else go down? Magus got hit with that. Magus does have his reverse polarity. His reverse polarity is, oh my gosh, beautiful shackle by Windrunner. This fight did turn around in their favor after all. That shackle definitely made a difference. And now everybody's trying to get away. Tinker's going to go ahead and get turned to a piggy. Trying to get away while he can. He will be able to blink in another. Nope, never mind. He goes down. He buys back instantly because he doesn't want his team to die. And Queen of Pain's in a lot of trouble. Or sorry, yeah, Jakiro's in a lot more trouble than Queen of Pain. Jakiro could potentially just activate that dust and continue running. I'm not sure why he hasn't activated just yet. He knows that Joe's chasing him. Joe has a Mask of Madness, so she can move a little bit faster. So Jakiro's going to try to juke all he can. There's one auto attack, and he goes down. One auto attack. She was able to shoot up another one before it actually hit. So Jakiro definitely could have got away a lot easier if he would have just turned around. Or just activate that dust as soon as he got away. Or activate that smoke as soon as he got away. The smoke will give him an extra 50% movement speed, which is actually not all that bad, especially when trying to run away from a Joe Ranger who has a Mask of Madness. And she has a Shadow Blade. So wait, Joe's doing so much damage. Look at this HP on Roshan. It doesn't even exist. And she picks up an Aegis, so these guys will have to kill her twice, which might not be that much of an issue if the rest of her team is around, but her team being near everybody.
Regeneration.
And she picks up the regen. I honestly think Magnus would have been better off with the regen. Mainly because another team fight is probably going to be breaking out soon. Lycan did not get his Aegis, so he is sad. Items, Perseverance still up on Magnus. He hasn't really built anything yet. He built the hood. Oh, sorry, he built a cloak. Probably going to get ready to build a pipe for his team. Okay, there's a hood. So he can be a little bit more, so he can have a little bit more magic resistance, especially versus that Tinker, especially versus that Pudge. I think Pudge damage is magic damage. And now we got to engage it going on top of the. Whoa, who's this? We got to engage it going on top of Joe Ranger. Joe Ranger's in a little bit of trouble. She's doing so much damage to Pudge. Pudge got silenced. He can't do anything. And now Dro, Aegis is popped. Pudge is going to try to come in and do a hook, or activate his ulti whenever he can. Windrunner is right behind them, trying to kill his Joe Ranger, or trying to kill his Queen of Pain. She's able to get out. No, she does not get out. She dies to the gush. So that fight did not work out in the Dire's favor at all. I honestly did not see the Radiant come wrapping around from the backside. I need to be more mindful of that. But they did in fact respond fast enough, and they do get a free tower for their troubles. Aegis was popped, yes, but they did get a kill on the Queen of Pain. Meanwhile, Lycan and the Wolves are walking around. They scout. They die. And there's a dust. Sorry, there's a smoke up on the Radiant side. They're going to see what they can go get. Lycan did activate his ulti. He's going to... Wait, why did you activate your ulti? Okay, Lycan activated his ulti just to run away. He just go back home. It's not that long of a cooldown, so it doesn't really matter. Now, the whole entire Radiant side are going to go ahead and rotate top and see if they can see if they can push anything out there. I think Tinker might be thinking the TP top soon, which would actually be his death if he does. Unless he shift Qs that blink. Excuse me. Magus is pushing it forward. He does have his pipe up. Wow. That was pretty fast. He does have himself a pipe. There's a sheep stick up on the Windrunner. There's also a Chrysalis up on Joe Ranger. Is Joe Ranger building a Daedalus? No, she's built. Or she has her BKB recipes. She will have the rest of it soon. Yeah, she'll have the rest of it soon. In about another 300 gold. What's another thing? Excuse me. I seem to like coughing in the middle of talking. So. What else was I looking at? I wasn't looking at this. No, you go away. Items. I was looking at items.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
As far as the rest of the items go, Mechanism up on Jakiro so he can keep his team alive a little bit. And there's the BKB up on Joe Ranger, so she will not have it for the next team fight.
Dire's structures.
But now Dire structures are fortified. They do not want to lose this tower. Joe Ranger doing so much damage. She also has Empower on top of her. I assume. No, she does not have Empower on top of her. And Magus blinks over. He picks out a Twin-Headed Dragon. He gets caught in the Ice Path. And there is, oh my god, so much going on. Lycan comes on the backside. He has himself BKB. And he's going for this. He's going for Traxxas while he can. She did get bashed up, but it was not enough. And she goes, or she does not go down. This is Dagon activated by the Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor Dagon level 1 on top of him. Joe Ranger able to get away alive, so this is not really good for the Dire. They really need to kill that Joe Ranger. Tidehunter ulti was used earlier. The Screaming Pain on top of everybody. And Pudge is throwing his ulti on top of Tidehunter. He goes down to the Tidehunter. Magus goes down to the Queen of Pain. And these guys are trying to chase the Tidehunter. Tidehunter's about to be able to get away. He will be able to blink soon. He just needs one more attack on him, but no, he's just blinking away while he can. Tinker blinks forward. They're trying to get this kill on Windrunner. Windrunner does not have the benefit of a blink dagger, but she gets turned into a piggy and she goes down anyway. Whew, so much going back and forth, but like I said, Joe Ranger did not die, so that's going to be extremely problematic. She has a BKB now, so for that next team fight, she will not be caught off guard as she will not be as caught off guard as she was just then. That Basher almost paying dividends for Lycan, almost able to let them get that kill on that, but it wasn't enough. Not enough damage to kill her just yet. So she's alive. That's really the moral of the story. Her being alive is not good. As you see, pretty much one-shotting every single creep, except for that one and that one. Okay, two-shotting every single creep. See, she thought it was funny. Perfectly timed laughs, right? Yeah, Joe Ranger getting massive amounts of damage basically because of that ulti. She's getting 100. What was it? She's getting 80 extra agility, which is 80 extra damage and 80 extra attack speed whenever she's attacking at full range, or whenever nobody's within a 400 AOE of her. So that's pretty darn ridiculous. That definitely buffs up the precision or agility that she gives to everybody. Is it a hero? Yeah, it grants double this bonus if there's no enemy heroes within a 400 AOE. So it's only enemy heroes. God. I need to drink some tea after this. But anyway, not really much happening right now. These guys are just trying to see if they can catch. Oh wait, Tinker might be in a little bit of trouble. This is a Joe Ranger. No, this Magus coming around the corner. Tinker blinks away while he can, and that's a shackle shot thrown. Or is it? Oh my gosh, they're able to catch the Tinker. Tinker's in a lot of trouble. He will not be able to blink away. Windrunner's doing a lot of damage, or doing enough to keep his blink from activating. So he just barely gets caught up by the Magus. Magus definitely used his skewer to stop that TP. He was almost able to get out as well. That was pretty darn cool. Anyway, Magus has himself a Mask of Madness, so he's looking to finally do some damage for his team. Throw that Mask of Madness on him, throw that Empower on top of himself, get a good reverse polarity, activate Mask of Madness, and do a crap ton of damage in just 3 hits. And you can have this too for only $29.99. No. But anyway, items are not really all that interesting. Okay, items just got interesting. There's an A-Blade up on Lycan, so Lycan will get a guaranteed stun on Joe Ranger if he finds her. Shadow Demon. Witch Doctor trying to build himself a Shadow Blade, so that way he can just channel his ulti indefinitely. And meanwhile, we have, what is this? A Blade Mail coming on Tidehunter because he knows he's getting focused a lot. He does have his ulti. As far as ultis go, everybody has their ulti up except for Windrunner and Tinker because he's dead. But I think, yeah, Tinker has his ulti. Oh, he also has his ulti up. So everybody has their okay, now everybody has their ulti up. Tidehunter really wants a really good engagement, so what he wants to do is he wants to blink in just like that. There's Magus trying to get a skewer on top of Pudge. He had to do that as fast as he possibly could. Pudge could have potentially just started ulting him, but then the fight would have been on. Tidehunter would have blinked in right behind him and throw out the Ravage. Jakir's doing all he can to keep the creep wave pushed back, but his creep wave is still pushing in. It's persistent. The wolves thrown out by Lycan. There's no detection on the side of Radiant in this area, so these wolves will be able to scout out everything. They're just trying to see who's around the corner, who's going where. Lycan now has a wolf following Magus, but not attacking him. It's actually pretty cute. Trying to see where Lycan goes. And he also has a wolf chasing somebody. Okay, somebody just blinked in. Magus just blinked in. He caught a Jakiro. Oh, the pipe was activated. No, there's ulti from the. Oh my gosh, beautiful follow-up. There's ulti from Magus. Magus is able to reverse polarity by in. And there's ulti from Tidehunter. Tidehunter able to do a lot of damage. And now Lycan is trying to go toe-to-toe with this Joe Ranger. Did he activate A-Blade? He did activate A-Blade, but it was not enough time. And he goes down to the Magnus. And so much damage going the wrong way. That skewer definitely helping these guys out. They need, Dire really needed Jakiro to be alive so he can throw out those ice paths to stop everybody. BKB already popped by Joe Ranger. Joe Ranger is building herself what looks to be a Mantis style. And there's a Mask of Madness. She's doing so much damage. If she had an MKB, maybe that'll be even much cooler. No mischance. So fast. Look at that. She's attacking. She's attacking almost 3 times per second. She's almost attacking 3 times per second, guys. That's pretty darn ridiculous. There's a Screaming Pain activated by Queen of Pain, and Queen of Pain gets turned into a piggy. She will be going down. Shackle Shot thrown on top of her, and there's... Oh, no, she will not be going down. Okay. Power Shot thrown out by Windrunner. She gets turned into a piggy. And there's Tinker getting all the kills on top of her. Magus tried to skewer somebody out, but he was not able to get skewered on anybody. Meanwhile, what else is going on? Tinker blinks forward. Tinker blinks and turns somebody into a piggy. He's trying to go for the kill on top of this Magus, but no, Magus is a little bit too tanky. Pipe activated by him so he can stay alive. Teleport coming in from the Queen of Pain so she can try to catch anybody off guard. Any and everybody off guard. She's going to try to catch this Witch Doctor. Nope, Witch Doctor's a little bit too fast, and he has a Shadow Blade on his persons. There's another Observer Sentry Ward placed down, so I can see if Dro tries to come in the corner, but I'm pretty sure Dro knows better than that. Dro is building herself, in fact, that Mantis style, like I said earlier. She has enough room for the Yasha, which will give her so much more damage. Right now, and she has a double damage, so she's hitting at 600. Was that a 950 crit? Dear God, she's hitting so hard. She's gonna Shadow Blade forward, see if she can catch anybody off guard. The Sentry Ward placed down by Pudge. She did. I don't know. Yeah, she did see that Sentry Ward, so she's not gonna go in. If she did go in, that could spell her doom, which would be bad because I think she did buyback. No, she just doesn't have gold for buyback. But anyway, Joe's gonna continue to 953. Really, that double damage rune OP, man. And if she gets an Empower plus a double damage rune, she's doing even that. She's doing that much more damage. Meanwhile, Dyer gonna go ahead and do his Roshan. Roshan will be back up in about a minute's time, or is that less than a minute? I think it's a minute's time. So we'll be seeing that drop pretty soon. Lycan was trying to wait for it a little bit, but he knows that the Radiant probably know he's here. The Wolves are chasing him. This Magus throwing out the blink, trying to catch somebody. Pudge, I think Pudge hooked in a Wolf. And the silence thrown out by Joe does miss, and there's ulti activated by Lycan. He also bashed the Joe Ranger. Joe Ranger's in a lot of trouble. She is able to get away with the Shadow Blade. Reverse Polarity pulling everybody in. Oh my gosh, the Lord from Witch Doctor doing so much damage. Macropie thrown down, trying to kill somebody, but no, everybody goes down. Witch Doctor able to channel the full ulti, doing so much damage, and everybody goes down. Meanwhile, Queen of Pain just barely able to get away by the skin of her teeth. Joe Ranger's still alive and healthy. She has her Mantis style on her person, so she can use that if she really needs to. And Queen of Pain in a lot of trouble. Queen of Pain trying to find a way to get out. She was waiting to see where these guys went, and then she blunked forward to try to go away. And I think this game might be seeing a very near end. With Lycan dead, they really need Lycan alive. They need Pudge to land more hooks. They need more. They need more than what they actually have. And now the fact that Magnus has himself, Magnus has himself a Battle Fury and a Mask of Madness, he can pretty much do damage on his own. I mean, it's not all that much damage, but it's still damage nonetheless. And so many Mask of Madness. Look how fast this is going down. It's going down so fast. Magus and Joe Ranger OP. Joe Ranger with the Empower, with the Mask of Madness, attacking like a machine gun essentially. And the team fight potential. Sorry. All the Dyer's team fight potential rests in Jakiro, solely Jakiro. They need Jakiro to be alive for the team fights. That's really what's led to the loss. And also maybe Tinker too. Meanwhile, Witch Doctor goes down, but it doesn't really matter. They lost the bottom racks, they lost the mid racks. They're about to lose their top racks because Joe Ranger's doing that much damage by herself. And she doesn't have a butterfly yet. Well, she had a butterfly. She had an invasion as well. That was a blink forward from Tinker. Tinker's trying to go into this Joe Ranger. Joe Ranger gets the mechanism from Windrunner. She's going to go ahead and BKB, turn around, see if she can do some damage. She does not have the Satanic. She does get bashed. And there's a Ice Path, beautiful Ice Path. Like I was saying before, the Dyer really needs Jakiro alive. Jakiro is all the team fight that they have. And Joe Ranger is finally going to be going down. She can buy back if she really needs to. Actually, three people on the side of Radiant can buy back if they really need to, but Dyer need to worry about their towers. They lost almost all their racks except for one. They lost one of their middle towers. They're about to lose the second one relatively soon. So the Radiant can pretty much just chill and hang back because the Dyer had to eat through one tower. Sorry, the Dyer had to eat through 2 towers and 2 set of racks. Or 1 set of racks in order for them to even come close to even doing damage to the mid towers. So the Radiant are pretty much fine with just having everybody dead and just hanging out. Roshan is back up. Lycan is back up, so these guys can go for that. Queen of Pain finally getting her a Scythe of Eyes. This will be the 3rd Roshan as well. Blade Mail up on Tidehunter, so he's able to stay alive. MKB up on Windrunner, so she's able to use her ulti and throw a bunch of mini stuns on top of everybody. Specifically at Tinker, make sure he doesn't get away whenever he tries to come around the corner. 4 staff for everybody, it seems. 4 staff on Pudge, 4 staff on Jakiro. It's really the biggest item that Jakiro has next to Mechanism. And I have Vision. A-Blade up on top of Lycan, and the Ancient is under attack. That's not good at all. So nobody's going to be defending this Ancient. Lycan's going to try to push all he can. But this is pretty much over. These creeps are going to slowly but surely kill this thing. And there's a spawn creeps from the dire side. I mean,
is under attack.
Yeah, these guys pretty much said it's over. Salute Lycan for pushing. Lycan's trying to do what he can, but not working out for him. Now Lycan TP's back home, try to attempt to front this wave, and now the Mega Creeps are up, so there's pretty much nothing these guys can do to survive. There's too much to kill, too many creeps coming, and they're coming from all directions. This game is pretty much over. And there is the Ancient going down. Lycan saying, I can't carry. So, surprisingly, this game was sent in by Lycan on the side of the Dire. He said this was an interesting game, so I casted it when I had casted. So just because the person who sent the replay doesn't mean they're gonna win, but it's usually assumed. So I didn't tell you guys that. But yeah, the person who did send this in was the Lycan. He said it was an interesting game. He did lose, sorry for the loss, but it was a very interesting game nonetheless. Joe Ranger doing so much damage. It was ridiculous. She critted for 950 with a double damage. That's freaking ridiculous. And then plus an empower for Magnus. That's crazy. So this game was definitely a display of Joe Ranger being OP, and also it kind of showed why Jakiro is so important in team fighting. Whenever Jakiro was dead, the Dire had 0 team fight capabilities. Maybe Tinker can throw on a Marching Machine, but that's not really much team fight. They need Jakiro alive for those Ice Path. They need Jakiro alive for that slow. And they also need Jakiro alive for that Liquid Fire. That's also useful. Macro Pyre, I still don't think Macro Pyre is a good skill, but he did get a very nice engagement where he threw the Ice Path through the Macro Pyre, and then they died in it. So that was pretty cool. So anyway, my name is Cool Blue. I brought you guys a viewer replay. This is viewer replay number 7, I think. Hold on. I always gotta check. I always forget. These games last so long. This is viewer replay number 7. This was in fact over an hour long, and I got one more game to cast. It's gonna be a very fun. It's gonna be a very interesting one from what I've heard, because you know maybe I played it, but maybe I was in it. But actually, that's a different series. It's not a series. But anyway, so not really much to talk about. I can't really critique these guys because, like I said, these guys pretty much did most of the things that I would have done anyway. So that's it for now. I'll see you guys whenever.